look in this text. Come on. This is not a standalone text. So we really have to go back to chapter 12.
Yeah.
You got to read chapter 12, and then you got to go to chapter 14, and then you got to get back into chapter 13.
Yeah.
Talk right in here, God. I know that makes sense. But listen, I haven't, I didn't get fat overnight.
Come on.
Work with it, friend.
All right.
I got fat over a length of time.
Yeah.
And fat people, I'm not talking about y'all skinny people, but fat people, can I say it like my grandma? It's not good grammar, but it's good grace. But can I say it like grandma?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Grandma would say, fat people love cookies.
Yeah.
Somebody help me.
Yeah.
Grandma said fat people love cookies.
Yeah.
If you're fat and you know it and you love cookies, just say amen. But fat people like me, I'm talking about me now. When we eat cookies, we don't want thin cookies. We want Oreos. If you ever seen a fat person eat an Oreo, the first thing we do is pull the cookie off. Come on, I'm finna hit somebody right here. I know I ain't the only fat person. And what we do, Brother Chairman, is when we pull that cookie apart, we don't really care about that black cookie. Amen. Come on, somebody. But they got some stuff in the middle. It's a little sugar in the middle. And so what we'll do is that we'll dive right in the middle. Because it's that middle stuff that fattens us up. Y'all still ain't got it. So here's what God did. God gave us a spiritual Oreo. He said, I want you to read chapter 12 and skip over to chapter 14, but you got to get back to 13 because it's in the middle and it's the stuff that's going to make you work. Okay, I don't know if you got it. But look here in chapter 12, it talks about the gifts and how God gave them gifts and how the gifts would be beneficial to the body. But when you get to chapter 14, chapter 14 talks about the misuse of the tongue. Come on, somebody. Misuse of tongues in the church. Amen. Chapter 12 talks about, look, the gifts that he gave and how beneficial the gifts are. Come on, somebody. And how beneficial they are to the church. I mean, the manifestation of God's Spirit, amen, is the evidence of his gifts at work. Come on. Working in us and through us. That's chapter 12. Chapter 14, it talks about the misuse of the tongue. But when you get to chapter 13, come on, somebody, that white stuff is in the middle on 13. 13 says, whatever God gave us in 12, if you don't love it. I want to get this here. Says whatever God gave us in 12, you need to understand something. 13 requires that it becomes a reality that we use what God gave us through love. I wish you would just touch your neighbor and say, you got to love with what you're doing, baby. Look, if you get up and you mad at folk, God ain't pleased with that. If you get up and sing on Sunday morning and you know you got hatred in your heart, God is not listening to your song. He says, as a matter of fact, you're just like sounding cymbal. You're just making a lot of noise. Wonder what happens when the Lord sees us. I wonder what God is thinking when he hears us.
All right.
Listen, church folk. Let me share with you. That sometimes the greatest hurt that you can ever face is from the church folk.
Right.
I had to call you, Pastor. I had experienced church hurt, and I'd been pastoring 30 years, and had never dealt with anything like that. I always had good relation with where the Lord sent me. And the Lord told me, he says, I'm sending you somewhere. And I said, Lord, I'm comfortable right where I am.
Come on.
And these folks are good to me. They're taking care of me. The Lord says, no. Your time is over here.
That's it.
And you do know that you can stay beyond your purpose.
Yeah.
And so when you stay somewhere beyond your purpose, you abort your potential.
Listen.
I just said something to y'all. And so I said, God, wait a minute, God, you can't send me there because there's some folk there with major reputations. God, they don't like preachers.
Yeah.
Tell them I said that. Amen. I said, what you talking about, God? And God says, no. I'm sending you there. And then I get there, Sister Bessie. And when I get there, they got 15 folks on the inside, and I got 100 folks that came to hit me. And when I showed up, man, they had the police out there. I got ready to start my first service at the church, and I couldn't get in to start my first service at the church because they had the police out there. I didn't cause a ruckus. I didn't do anything. They lied on me. I just came to show up to do what God told me to do. But let me tell you something. Here's the thing, Brother Deacons. Here's the thing. God has never chose the deacons to lead the church. And any pastor who allows anybody to lead the church is not called by God. Y'all didn't hear what I said. And so I sit there and I told him, I said, Brother Deacon, you can't run me. Now I'm going to love you, but you can't run me. And he said these words to me, as long as I'm the deacon here, you'll never be the preacher and pastor of this church. I said, I didn't come to this church to preach.
Amen.
You had great preachers in your past. I came to pastor. If I'm going to be here, you're going to have to get in home. You're going to have to get in line. And here's what they did. They stood up and they said, well, Ghana, you didn't sign a sheet for a background check on you. I was a cop for 20 years, and so I knew that they were going to play them games. So I pulled out of my pocket a police background report. Sister Bessie, I had 3 of them. I said, here they are, they're from the district attorney. And you know what they told me? They said, it ain't the one we want. And the next day they stood up in a meeting and they didn't take into consideration that I had a wife and a couple of special needs kids. And so they stood up in a church meeting and they stood up and said, we don't want him. And so we're going to revoke the call for pastor. Now I done gave up everything because, come on somebody, I wasn't out there on Maynard's word, but I was out there on God's word. I wish there was about 2 or 3 of y'all. When you step on the Lord's word, it doesn't matter how it works out, God's going to keep you. And so they voted me out, and I never got an opportunity to stand up and preach. And God said, look, I want to tell you something. I was so upset with God. I called Maynard, and I said, man, I don't know why God did it. God told me, and I know I didn't mishear God. And then after I got through talking to Maynard, God said, then let me talk to you. He said, I sent you, and I knew they wasn't going to receive you because they didn't receive my gift. He said, so I'm going to deal with them, but I'm going to deal with you. There's some things I can't do with you while you're there, but if I can just isolate you, I can put down the elevate you. Can I talk to somebody in here? You may not understand what God is doing, but sometimes God sets us up just to prop us up. And so God is preparing us for something great. Hear what the Lord told me. The Lord told me, he said, I want you to shut up. Good God, you talking to me or Melvin? But Melvin like to pray, I like to fight. God said, I want you to shut up. He said, because I want you to be quiet, because you got to get this. Because all I knew was church. Two things in life I know how to do. I know how to pastor, and I know how to police. It's 20 years police, 30 years pastor. That's all I know. And then God says, let me work on you, and I want to show somebody this here. And so God is working on me. I didn't have a job. Somebody got to hear this. It's best I didn't have a job, but my rent was paid. Y'all still got it. Every month, somebody would come by and hand me $1,700. Just to pay my rent. They didn't loan it to me. They gave it to me. Every month, my sister took us to Sam's and bought us $500-600 worth of groceries. Every month. Y'all still in there. And I'm so busy upset with God because God, here I was. I stepped out on your word, and this is what happened to me. God said, can you see I'm taking care of you? And then, Brother Chairman, this is what happened. After God did all of that, then may not tell you, then the Lord blessed me above measure more financially than what I ever could have had. Y'all still miss that? If I'd have stayed at the church 10 years, I wouldn't have made what God blessed me with. Y'all still in there. But here's what I had to learn. Come on. I had to learn how to be quiet. I had to learn to deal with hurt. Because see, love is silent in the midst of hurt. Y'all didn't hear what I said. Love is silent in the midst of hurt because of the profundity of what God is about to do. Oh, shucks, some of y'all don't know that shit. Some of y'all are in the situation right now and you don't know what God is doing because it's silent. Can I tell you, after the silence comes the blessing. If you can just hang in with the silence, God will deliver the blessing. So here's what I did. I learned what love looks like.
All right.
I learned what love looks like. See, you don't even have to. See, some folk thought that when that happened to me, they thought that was the end of me. I've been having the time of my life. Me and my wife been going where we want to go. Doing what we come on, somebody. And man, I don't mean no harm. I ain't got to deal with church meetings. Deal with folk looking at you. And then smiling at you. And as soon as they get home, they're talking about you. I mean, oh, look pretty good. I've been grinning on my own. Because I couldn't stay on the ship long enough. Come on, look, what I'm trying to tell you is this. God is blessing us even when it seems like God is absent. But you got to allow his love to become reality. What is love? There's three things that I'm out here. Three things that I'm out here. Because I don't want Maynard to talk about me. Here's the first thing that I want to deal with. In the middle of chapter 13, following on the heels of chapter 12, which closes with verse 31, it says, listen here. Listen here. It says, you are coveting the best gifts. But I want to show you a more excellent way.
All right.
Now, if I theologically exegete that, well, what that's saying is that you're grabbing for all the stuff that makes folk think that you're more spiritual than what you are. But the Lord says, look, here's what I want you to grab. He says, I want you to grab a more excellent way. You know what that is, don't you? God says it's love. Do you know what love does? Listen, in your situation, what love will do, love will heat coals of fire
Yes, Lord.
Upon your enemy's head. See, a lot of you don't know how to handle your enemies because you're trying to fight fire with fire. But you got to love the hell out of I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, I tell you, I ain't gonna preach it, Please forgive me. I'm sorry, I didn't ask to come, y'all asked me, but you got to learn to love the hell out of it. And then when you learn to love the hell out of folk, you're loving heaven into them. Look, Brother Chairman, don't show up mad because they mad, man. Don't show up mad because they mad. Listen, show up in love. Just show up anyhow.
Yeah.
But don't nobody else show up. I'm going to tell you something. I'd rather be with Jesus by myself than to be with some fake folk anytime. What does love look like? I'm going to get on out of here because I know I'm holding you too long.
Help us.
But listen here. The first thing you need to know about love and what it looks like is that love has distinctions.
All right.
Love is distinctive. Everybody say love is distinctive.
Love is distinctive.
Look here. The whole idea of these verses is to show us that love is different. It shows us what love will do and what love will not do.
All right. That's right.
Oh, I'm preaching in you.
Yeah.
See, there's a distinction of love. Watch this. I told them this morning when I was preaching, I said, look, I love my wife. And to me, man, it doesn't really matter what other folk think. I think my wife is real cute.
Amen.
I didn't ask you. My wife is finer than wine. She, you know what I'm saying? She the lemon in my teeth. Come on, somebody. My ice cube in my hot soda. You know the sugar on my frosty. You know what I'm saying? That's my wife. I don't care what people think. And sometimes when she walks, I say, go on, baby, walk on. But now since I ain't passed, I just step to the left. We be walking sometime in the bar and say, hey. That girl. I don't care what people think. I think my wife is cute. I told the church this morning, I said, and you know she just, I love, listen women, if you, can I help some help? If you really want your man to be real happy, come on now, be a little cute all the time. If you ain't got no hair, buy some. You buy almost anything. Buy some good hair. Don't get the synthetic, get the human hair. It ain't nothing wrong with being bald-headed, but if you like long hair, go get you something. That Chinese shop. My wife's cute. I told the church this morning, I said, she's so cute. I said, one time, I rolled over and looked at her about 3:35, and I said, oh. 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 She had a little piece, you know, we paid $80 for a piece. And that piece was supposed to come here and it went there. Don't tell her I said it. I looked at her man, and then I noticed, you know, when she turned out the baby, I was hitting her, you know, I was baby, and she turned over, and then she had stuff running out. She didn't look cute at 3:35. But I have to take one more look, Brother Chairman, and I said, I'm going to just wipe this off her jaw. Straighten the piece in her hair. And guess what? When I wiped it off her jaw and straightened the piece in her hair, she still looked good. distinctive. It really is. It really is. If we do anything and we're not infused with love, it's nothing. There's no substitute. Watch this. You can be a great orator, and you can move persons with emotions. You can have all the rhetoric, and you can deal with people's mind. You can speak fluently and articulately, and you can make people feel good, but only love can change a heart. Love is distinctive. And not only is love distinctive, but Paul shows us and he tells us that love is not only distinctive, but love also is descriptive. Look here, here's some descriptions that Paul uses. He says, love suffers long. That's the problem with the church. Too many of us, we can't go through nothing. We get mad too easily and we want to quit and give up. Hello, somebody. You ought to learn how to stick to it. Look, we'll leave one church and go to another church. Listen, the same problems at St. Paul are the same problems at St. Lovall. Are y'all gonna help me? Look, there is no perfect church. And you know why there's no perfect church? Because you're not perfect. Why do we have unrealistic expectations of others when we're not perfect ourselves? Help me, somebody. I had one member to tell me, Reverend, I'm a man just like you. No, you're not a man just like me. Now, here's the thing. We're both men. But see, I've been called to lead you. Hello, somebody. There's the difference. Now, it doesn't mean that I'm better than you. It's just that I've been chosen for the season. And see, the reason why some of y'all are not chosen for the season is because you're too busy comparing yourself to other people. You got to learn to be the best you so that God can use you. Watch this and I'm out of here. Love suffers long. Everybody says suffers long.
Suffers long.
But now this is where I'm about to help families and churches, because listen, healthy churches are no accident. Healthy families are no accident.
That's right.
The reason why the family, if the church is healthy, is because families are healthy. Okay, you're not getting this. Because see, families make up the church. And the church is made up of families. So if you got dysfunctional families,
You got to get something to church.
thank you, Brother Chairman. That's so true. If you have a dysfunctional church, it's because you have dysfunctional families. So families, here's what you got to do. You got to learn to be kind. Now I know there's some Negroes that is hard. I got a sister. I got a sister. Okay, maybe you have. I got is not good grammar, but it's good grace. Listen, pardon me, I do apologize. One of my siblings is the most difficult person in the world to get along with. Anybody in here like that? You know what I'm talking about, picking them. When they show up, you can say, man, here they come. It doesn't matter what you do. I have a sister that is never satisfied. But watch this here. My sister, and it's not Zelma, so don't nobody run back and tell Zelma. But I have a sister that it doesn't matter what you do, she is never satisfied. But here's the thing. She doesn't own a car. So you got to take her to the grocery store. You got to take her to a doctor's appointment. And then she called me at 2 in the morning last week, and she's 75 years old. Called me at 2 in the morning and said, can you go get me something to eat? No! I live 2 miles from you, and you calling me, you better eat you some cereal. And she got mad at me, Maynard, for 3 days because I didn't wake up up and take her to the store at 2 in the morning. Now, granted, I work 14 hours a day.
All right.
And she don't do nothing but sleep all day. She got to be kind.
Be kind.
And here's the thing. Love does not envy.
That's right.
It's not jealous.
Yeah.
It's a description of it. Doesn't vaunteth itself. It's not puffed up. Doesn't behave unseemingly. Seeks not its own. It's not easily provoked. It thinks no evil.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
Because love never fails. Abraham Lincoln was running for president. Now, as he's running for president, Stanton was his biggest enemy. Stanton said, you don't have to go to Africa to find any guerrillas. You can just look at Abraham Lincoln.
Have mercy.
When Abraham Lincoln won the presidency of the United States, he chose a war of defense person. You know who he chose? He chose Stanton. And somebody looked at him and said, Abraham, said, Mr. President, said, why would you choose a man that publicly confessed that you were an enemy? He said, did you notice when he did all that talking, I never said anything. I didn't respond. I just kept loving.
All right.
Anyhow.
Yeah.
And he says, I chose him because he's the best man for the job.
Yeah.
And so Stanton worked for Lincoln. And later when Lincoln was assassinated, Stanton stood at his casket. And his testimony was, here is the greatest leader that has ever led the United States.
Yeah.
Stanton was able to make that assessment of Lincoln because Lincoln demonstrated love.
Yeah.
And so as I close St. Paul, I want you to hear this. That love is not only distinctive.
Come on, man.
Love is not only descriptive.
All right.
But you should know that love is the only thing that's durable.
Yeah.
Here's what the book says. The book says that love will never fail.
Come on.
And that's because the love of God is more than a feeling.
Yes.
Amen. God's love is action. We need, amen, to understand the power of love. Because love will change things. Can I get a witness? And love is the most potent factor, amen, on the face of the earth. And God placed inside of us His love. Oh, because He wants His love to work in us. and through us. Why, good evening, St. Paul. I'm about to close here, but there was a story told, that when Cromwell was in charge. Why, Lord. There was a soldier that he decided that he was going to charge with a war crime. Why, and he told the soldier, I tell you what, when the bell rings, you're gonna die. And I want you to know that the bell is going to strike 12. And your life is going to be required. And so they decided to get up that day. And Cromwell said, pull the bell. Why, they kept pulling the string and the bell never rang. They pulled the string again and the bell never rang. Is that all right? I'm almost gone now. And so Cromwell said, I need somebody to go in the tower and fix that bell. Because we cannot assassinate the man until the bell rings. Is that all right? When they went in the tower, they saw the man's wife holding the bell. Oh, Lord. And every time they pulled the string, she grabbed the bell. And so the bell would ring. I'm almost gone here. And when she grabbed that bell, they grabbed her. And they said, Cromwell wants to see him. And she showed up. Yes. And when she got in front of Cromwell, he said, lady, I just want to know one thing. Why were you holding the bell? She never said a word. She just showed her hands. Yeah, she did. Y'all know what? Her hands were bloody. Y'all still didn't get it. As she held the bell, she began to cut her hand. But love kept that bell. Love kept that bell from ringing. You know what Cromwell said? He said, because of your sacrifice, your husband won't die today. Can I tell somebody that's what Jesus did? He held our bell. We should have been dead. He held our bell. Anybody here know it's all right? Anybody here know that love will? Together. You know it was love over 2,000 years ago. He died. Didn't he die? He died. Didn't he die? But early Sunday morning, he got up. When he got up, that's what love looked like. I know it was the blood. I know it was the blood.
What love
Yes, Jesus.
looks like.
Yes.
Thank you, Pastor T.L. Don Jr.
Thank you, Lord.
for sharing with
Yes.
us
Yes, Lord.
with what love looks like.